Hey everybody, welcome to the kitchen. Today, we're actually going to be cooking outside on the grill because grilling season never really ends. And November is the perfect time for it. With the cool fall days, the smell of that grill going, it's perfect. Now, we can't have grilled food without a good marinade, which is why I have my original custom-made Screamin Santos Marinade. Now, I don't anticipate, I've done this before, but I've never really written down the ingredients. I just kind of eyeballed it. This time I actually mixed the stuff together, wrote down the quantities that I put in here. So we're going to see exactly what it tastes like before we give it a proper name. But I'm about to chunk up the chicken because I'm going to do it on skewers. And I'm going to marinate them for about an hour in this before I throw them on the grill. And I got to say, I'm looking forward to trying this out. You can see the different layers of stuff that's in there. Give the marinade a good shake. See the ingredients floating around in there. So I'm really excited to try this out and see what it tastes like. Meanwhile, I not only have a marinade, but I'm making a barbecue sauce. I'm going to make this fresh barbecue sauce to put on the chicken. Now, this barbecue sauce is going to scream because what you're looking at right here are ghost peppers boiling in some apple cider vinegar, some water, with some other various ingredients. So this barbecue sauce is going to have a kick to it. But I am going with a theme. What I want to do is I want to have it first come on as very sweet. Maybe a little bit of a smoky flavor, though I'm out of liquid smoke, so I can't really put that in there, but I have a substitute. And then after you eat it and you get that sweet flavor of the barbecue, the kick kind of comes back up and just boom, kicks you in the throat. And you're like, wow, I know I had some Screamin Santos sauce right there. So we'll see how this comes out. Meanwhile, I'm going to start to chunk up the chicken so that I can start it marinating. What I find to be the best thing for marinating chicken is put it in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. We're going to pour the marinade in there, we're going to shake it all around, and we're just going to let it sit. Alright, so our chicken is chopped up and we're ready to add the marinade. Now if you happen to be using some Screamin Santos marinade, which I'd be very surprised if you were because it's not available in any stores at this point, the oils and the ingredients will start to separate as it sits. And after a while of sitting, it'll look really cool, but it won't taste as good unless you shake it up. You got to get the ingredients all shaken up, the oils all mixed together, and then I'm going to pour it in this bag until it covers the chicken. The cough is not COVID, it's this sauce. Alright, I'm back. Maybe I should call this stuff COVID killer. I don't know. Maybe this is the vaccine we need. It's actually the sauce. Just kidding, not really. But here we are, pouring the marinade onto the chicken. Okay, and it's probably going to use this whole jar. And it did. So I have none left over for basting, which is fine. Because when this marinade seeps through, it's going to be enough flavor that I'm really not going to need to baste this with anything. I'm just going to want the flavor of the marinade. Before I get all the air out of the bag, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave some room, some shaking room, because I'm going to want to shake this up. Now, disclaimer, certain bags will leak, so you're going to have to double bag it in certain cases. Sometimes they won't, but you will find out fairly soon if they are going to leak. Now I'm going to toss this chicken around in this bag, get all the marinade up on there, make sure I rub together each individual little piece, and you can see we got quite a bag of marinated chicken there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is squeeze all the air out of this, and as I'm squeezing the air out I can catch a whiff of it, and it smells really, really good. And there we are, there's our bag of chicken. Gotta move away from that sauce. But you can set it, depending on how long you're gonna do it. If you do this in the morning and set it in the refrigerator all day, that's gonna give you the best taste. I'm gonna cook it in about an hour, a little less than an hour, so I'm just gonna leave it sit on the counter. Now I'm not saying this is a good idea, I don't know, but I do it and I haven't had any problems with it. So for whatever that's worth, that's what's gonna happen with this chicken right here. Meanwhile, this sauce that is choking me half to death is about to go into the blender. Now we got to be careful because as you can see, some of this sauce accidentally splashed out onto the counter and it's burning a hole right through the wood. So now I'm going to stir the sauce until I get it to the desired consistency. Now, sometimes I don't usually have the patience to cook it long enough to make it really a thick sauce. And plus, when I cook it down that much, it is very flavorful, but sometimes I don't get quite as much as I would like. This looks like I'm going to be lucky if this yields about 2 pints, but looking at this sauce, smelling it, the question always comes about this sauce. Every time I'm making a sauce, and I've made several, it's either going to be one of the best things I've tasted or one of the worst. And that anticipation, I say, it kills. So I'm just going to flavor sample this sauce as I'm cooking it right here, just to see what it tastes like. Okay. This sauce, the sweet is there, but not for long. Because you taste sweet at first, it's like, oh, this is going to be good, and then all of a sudden you swallow, and your throat is on fire. This is probably one of the hottest sauces I have ever made. Didn't quite turn out to be a barbecue sauce, although, I mean, there's a thin line between hot sauce and barbecue sauce. I barbecue with hot sauce, and you know, you dip in barbecue sauce, dip in hot sauce. I don't know. I got to think up a name for this one, and this one might actually be maybe COVID killer. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get some other opinions on it. Don't know if that name's too controversial. Maybe. Probably. It's 2020. Everything is controversial. But I like it. I do got to say, I do like this sauce. Now, it tastes completely different. And this one I didn't make enough to actually process. Tastes a little bit different after it's been processed and sitting in the jars for an extended period of time. The flavor really gets a chance to seep through it a little more. And I still got about 10 more minutes of cooking this stuff, of letting it simmer before we really get that flavor through. And then also once it's cooled down and on food, it tastes significantly different. Hey Alex, came into the kitchen here. Can you smell my sauce?
I don't want to smell it because I was popping over up there because of it.
Oh, could you smell it?
Yeah, it's not good, but...
I'm thinking of calling it COVID killer. No? Because I think like one taste of this, like you're not going to be worried about anything. This is going to kill all your pain.
Is it spicy?
You want to taste it?
No.
About 20 minutes later, stirring on medium heat. Our sauce is about to the desired thickness. Now, some people will sift their sauce. Don't do that. I recommend not doing that, and I'll tell you why. I think it pulls out a lot of the nutrients that are in the sauce when you do that. So I'm not going to sift it. Plus, I just like the natural flavor of everything. I put everything in there for a reason. I'm not trying to sift any of it out. It's time to fire up the grill. And of course, you may be wondering, Jeff, what do you use for charcoal when you fire up the grill? Well, my go-to charcoal is Kingsford. Since 1920, been around for 100 years. Of course, I don't work for them, but it is some good charcoal, really is. Now, while these coals are getting nice and hot, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna skewer up the chicken. And once again, I'm gonna eyeball the chicken. Shouldn't do this. Definitely measure the internal temperature, make sure it's cooked inside. And one thing, the skewers, they definitely help get it cooked through the middle. So they're not incredibly hot on the edges, but I do like to get everything, like I said, just blackened around the edges, get that marinade really grilled in there. Okay, so you're sampling the sauce that I just made.
I am.
And I was telling Alex that I think I found the cure for COVID.
I think that's what it is because it's like extremely hot. Like, I didn't eat one of those chips, the hottest chip ever, but I'd imagine that's what it tastes like. At first, the flavor's good. It's like got a strange flavor to it.
Sweet?
Can't quite, yeah, like sweet. I can't quite place it, but then it just burns all the way down, like you swallowed.
See, that's what I was going for initially. Was like a sweet, and that's exactly what I said when I tasted it from the spoon, but it was still hot. I couldn't get the full flavor for it. But I was thinking I should call this sauce actually fraud. Because it's kind of like the elections. At first, it looks like it's going good. And then as soon as you swallow it and you let it sit for a little bit, it's like, oh man, this did not turn out the way I was hoping.
That's probably a pretty good name for it.
And on the label, we'll have a little ghost with an I voted sticker. Looking at the texture of this sauce, it kind of sticks to the chicken, which is good. Yeah, passes the stick test, that's for sure.